Kamala Harris has decided that she's not just going to attack me and President Trump, that she's going to attack the people who are voting for me and for President Trump, and I think that is a disgrace. We had a big rally yesterday in Madison Square Garden. It was very fun. We had a good time. We got on the campaign plane today because, we had a good time. We had a good time after the rally, but because my kids wake up really early, we all left for the airplane around 6:30 this morning, and I got on my plane and I looked at my staff and I said, man, you all look like hell. Long night last night, so say a prayer for the Vance campaign staff. But we thank you. But we get on the plane, and I realized that Kamala Harris called the great patriots from every walk of life, from every faith, from every creed, from every background, white, black, and everything in the middle, 100,000 patriots, at least, between those that were inside of Madison Square Gardens and those that were outside. And she and her running mate are calling it a fascist rally. They're comparing it to a Nazi rally from 100 years ago. Go look it up. That's what they're doing. Now, it's absurd for a whole host of reasons. But one of the reasons it's most absurd is because the proud patriots, I imagine that nearly every person in this room has a relative who served in the Second World War. Our families actually went and defeated the Nazis. To call us Nazis is a disgrace. But I think it's extra ridiculous when you compare what Kamala Harris is actually running on versus what President Trump is actually running on. So I want you to look at this photo. I actually looked at this photo this morning, and we got some screens up here. So this is just something I Googled. I Googled troops landing at Normandy or something like that, and this is what comes up. Now, when these guys were fighting the actual Nazis back in 1944, I wonder what they would think about the Kamala Harris campaign and her policy proposals such as they are. Do you think that those men who saved a continent, and I would say saved the world for freedom and liberty, do you think that they were fighting to open the southern border of their own country? Because I don't. Do you think that those men were fighting for taxpayer-funded sex reassignment surgeries for illegal aliens? I'd like Kamala Harris to go back in time and hop on that boat and say that she wants taxpayer-funded sex reassignment surgeries for illegal aliens. And I'd like to hear the response of those brave men. Because I tell you, you got to be very precise with political language, okay? And so I decided to look up what is the exact phrase that I would use for a person who thinks those brave men were fighting for what Kamala Harris is fighting for today. And I looked in the dictionary, I thought very hard about it, and I came up with the perfect term. If you think those brave men were fighting for an open border and sex change surgeries for illegal aliens, the proper term for you is dipshit. And again, you got to be precise with your language in politics. The media is very tough. You got to choose the right words. And I apologize if there are any kids out there, but my mamaw cussed a lot. I turned out okay.